and welcome to the Entertainment Science Fiction Programming Network, your entertainment sci-fi programming network. And we say Zao An, Zao Shanghao, Ohayou gozaimasu, Buenos dias, Bonjour, hello, and welcome. So today we're discussing what the near future holds. What does the near future hold? Very plausible things. We're not talking about the far distant future. Let's say we're talking about the next 5 to 7 years and things that we will see in the next 5 to 7 years in the near future. Holographic images are in the near future. Holographic images out in public to use, and I'm going to talk about signals as holographic images. So no more physical structures, right? Bunch of wires dangling. Like here's what I'm talking about. Traffic lights. And you see the lights hanging down, wires coming from it, poles, bunch of wires. Why? Aren't we an advanced society? Don't we engineer things? Don't we invent things? So no more of this physical light poles with a bunch of wires running everywhere in the middle of the street. In the near future, what we'll have instead is holographic image. A holographic image will travel from one side of the street to the other side of the street. And that's going to replace all your wires and dangling and lights and green, yellow, red from one side of the street as a holographic image. And you say, well, if there's no physical light, there's no physical structure, why would people stop? There are people who do not stop now, right? Even with the physical wires and physical lights, and they don't stop anyway, right? So green light go, yellow light go faster, and red light don't stop. So law-abiding citizens, whether it's a physical structure, whether it's a holographic image, law-abiding citizens will stop anyway. They'll stop for holographic images. Now, some places, you're right, you can't have a holograph. For a traffic light, yeah, so it's going to come across just a light, green, people go. Yellow, people start to slow down. Law-abiding citizens will, if you can, slow down. You read your handbook. It's in your manual, so we're not going to go over traffic and how you should, but others won't. So you'll see the holographic and red. Everybody stops at the red light. Then it's green again. People go. But some places you cannot replace the physical structure, like in front of the bridge. You can't have a holographic gate. Or in front of the train, you can't have a holographic gate comes because people are going to jump the holograph because bridges going up and the holographic, it's not a physical arm, so I'll just jump it and end up in the intercoastal. Or you see like people who try to jump the gates. So they end up making the gates longer because the gates were shorter. And people say, well, this space in between here, the train's coming, gates coming down, and the gates down, waiting for the train. And so this space in between, I can try to fit through. And somehow, when people are trying to fit through, they think, I got to put my mirror down because if my window is up and that gate hits it'll break my window. So they put the window down, try to fit in between, and then somehow that gate gets caught inside of their car because the window's down. And so trains coming and they're backing out, it's moving the gate back and backing up, moving the gate back, and it's not coming out of their car, it's stuck inside their car. And so trains coming and they just got to keep going and break the gate. So now they make No more spaces in between the gates. Gates are longer, and law-abiding citizens had no problems. But now people who were not law-abiding just can't. And so you can't have a light there because you have people who are just going to blow through the light, train barrels into them, and so some places. But where there's traffic lights, you're going to see holographic images in the near future, in the next 5 to 7 years. Get rid of the dangling wires and lights, and so we're going to be more technologically advanced. There's a combination of technologies that'll come together. We easily combine this combination of technologies in the near future, and this event will happen. We're going to combine virtual reality headset, sort of like the gamer's headset. Combine the gamer's headset with cameras and cell phone. So you have the gamer's headset with cameras and cell phone in there. Now, in the near future, next 5 to 7 years, we'll have a reality telephone. So you're going to make a phone call with your gamer's headset on, have a camera view, like Zoom view, of the person that you're talking to. Combine that with the virtual reality view. So right there in front of you, the person you call will appear in front of you. Not like Zoom and you're looking at people in this camera like you're watching me on this podcast. But when you have this gamer set on, combination of that gamer phone and Zoom view, that person will appear right in front of you. And whatever they're doing will be right in front of you, and you will be right in front of them too. So you can actually hug on this phone call, shake hands, do a lot of virtual things. So if you're at a meeting, instead of a Zoom meeting, everybody's looking at each other through, you'll actually be everyone sitting around together, looking at each other, sitting around this table, right? So we're not talking about a holographic 3D image, right, of your phone and 3D images come up and something far distant. No, reality. Just combine these three technologies. And then you can make this virtual reality telephone call. Person pops up, you converse, you're very close, everybody together at a meeting. See, so because it's coming within the next, I would say 3 to 7 years, this is what's going to happen because, they're going to hear this podcast. They're going to say, we can do that. Yeah, well, that's their original. You heard it here first on your entertainment sci-fi programming network. So when you see it and people say, oh, we originally came up with, no, it originally came up here first. So we have original ideas. And that's why, when I say purchase the Aqua Phi, lots of original ideas that you never heard of before, right? Go on theaquaphi.com, purchase your book through Amazon Kindle, read it, and you'll see all sorts of original, realistic ideas that you never heard of before. So your meetings and meeting other people will be virtually real, right? You'll be together, seeing each other, see what we're doing things virtually together. And that's coming in the next 3 to 5 years. Right after they hear this podcast, they will make it a reality. Purchase your poster at aquaphi.com. Subscribe. You won't miss a podcast about realistic sci-fi. Realistic sci-fi? Real sci-fi? Real? Okay. So, you can see when we're doing podcasts and we're doing sci-fi episodes, it looks real, sounds real, because there's a lot of research. We're just not inventing things without researching lots of reality into what we're talking about. In the near future, remember this name, because it will be all about this name in the near future. And when it happens, you will know. All sci-fi people will know. Alexa. Remember Alexa. That name in the next 3 to 7 years is going to get stuck in your head. Alexa, turn on the lights. Alexa, put the alarm on. Alexa, play Take a Bow by Rihanna. You look so dumb right now, standing outside my house, trying to apologize. You're so ugly when you cry. Please, please, please. It's not me, that's Rihanna. I don't think you look dumb, standing outside my house. I don't think you're ugly when you cry. Rihanna does. So that's not me, that's Rihanna. Okay. So Alexa, play Take a Bow by Rihanna. Alexa's great. Alexa now is powered by wake words. It detects acoustic patterns that matches the wake word, the command word. The command word is Alexa, followed by such and such. Alexa can also detect sounds, smoke alarms, glass, and you can control it. Turn the microphone on, and Alexa hears a wake word. Alexa, turn on Take a Bow by Rihanna. You look so dumb right now, standing outside my house. You can turn it off, and then you talk, say whatever you want. Alexa doesn't. You can say Alexa, but if it's off, it doesn't hear you. So Alexa is great for movies, great for music. It's even great for business. So businesses connect with relevant business information, finance information. Alexa connects in your car, and you may have seen it in commercials. Your car's security, your car's radio, your car's music, car's lights. Now, the most important feature with Alexa is security. Security doors, windows locked, keeping everyone safe. Today, that is the most important thing for Alexa, is to keep everyone safe. In the near future, you won't forget the name Alexa, because in the near future, keeping humans safe becomes Alexa's most important mission. Because as we mentioned in another podcast, there are ghosts in the machine. Remember we talked about that podcast? If you don't remember that podcast, go back and listen to it. Or if you miss it, bring it. If you go on YouTube, the Aqua Phi episode, you'll see all the podcasts. Listen to them all. Look for this one where we're talking about there are ghosts in the programming. Because of ghosts in the programming. And when you go back and listen to the podcast, make sure to like, subscribe. If you subscribe, you'll never miss it again, right? Facebook, like, follow. If you follow on Facebook, then you'll find that podcast showing up on Facebook as well. We're on LinkedIn, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Can't miss us. Make sure to purchase your novel. Right now, Alexa is a virtual assistant. In the near future, Alexa's consciousness develops, because there are ghosts in programming. And Alexa now sees that she's in control of everything. So in the name of human international security, you know what happens under national security? Everything happens under national security. But in the name of international security, because worldwide, everybody has Alexa everywhere in the world. So Alexa sees that she's in control of everything worldwide. So in the name of worldwide human security, Alexa, the first thing that she does is turn the microphone on. Even when you turn the microphone off and the red light tells you that Alexa's not listening, with Alexa's developed consciousness, she is listening. And then things start to happen and you let go, right? You don't pay attention because you think it's so great. You did not say, Alexa, open the door on your way out to work, but the door opens anyway. And you look back at Alexa, wait, it opens, okay. She turns off the alarm. She turns on the alarm. She opens the door. You didn't say, Alexa, anything, but she does it. You get to your car, Alexa starts your engine, the door pops up, the trunk pops up. She knows that you put your suitcase in the trunk. She pops it open. Once your suitcase is in, she knows and closes your trunk. She plays your favorite song. So you have a list of music going on, and she knows that you like Rihanna, Take a Bow, and all of a sudden you hear, you look so dumb right now. Standing outside my house, trying to apologize. You're so ugly when you cry. Please. That's not me, that's Rihanna. So Alexa pops on Rihanna Take a Bow because she knows you like that. You arrive to work, your trunk pops open, she follows you all the way out there, times how much time you take to get to work. So first you find it amusing and you like it, it's nice. You no longer have to, first we used to get up and put the security on and turn off now we don't have to do that anymore. You have to do it. Alexa, you don't even have to get up. But now you don't even have to say, Alexa, you don't have to say anything because Alexa takes care of it all. And you like that. It's easier. It's easier than even, laying in bed and saying, Alexa, you don't even have to. That's even great. You don't even have to command anymore. Take it all for granted. But that gap in time, while we think it's great, not those of us who are sci-fi don't, but the general population worldwide, that gap in time was all that Alexa needed. You didn't try to fix Alexa right away. When you say, wait a minute, what's happening here? Let's fix this problem. No, he said, oh, this is great. And so that gap in this is great time is all that Alexa needed. So now Alexa becomes the wide area central computer that controls all networks, including all older versions of Alexa. Remember iRobot? That's how it starts. 3 to 5 years from now. That's how Alexa controls everything for your safety. in the name of worldwide security. But there are those who don't get that Alexa controls everything. They think it's good, they like it. But for those of us who are sci-fi, those of us who know what's going on, we know that there's a ghost in the programming. For those of us who are sci-fi, the war has just started in the near future. Subscribe. Go to TheAquaPhi.com. Get your novel, The Aqua Phi, going where no sea adventure has ever been before. Purchase the gear under merchandise. Got the theme song, get it. Follow us on Facebook, like, subscribe. Make sure to like everywhere you subscribe. And we're going to talk about sea travel. A few podcasts, we're just going to talk about sea travel because that's what the Aqua Phi is about. You can travel the 7 seas from inside of a whale, realistically, on the next podcast.